Hi guys, it's Crystal. I have my April favorites and fails for you. I have lots of new products to show you that I've been using all month long. A lot of these products I purchased in my Sephora VIB sale haul. If you guys haven't seen it, I will link that video down below. But this month I wanted to use a lot of new products that I had purchased and just tell you guys about them. So I actually just got done completing a tutorial on this eye look here, and it was with the Kat Von D Chrysalis palette. I've already posted a tutorial with this palette. I will link it down below if you guys haven't seen it. But I did another tutorial with this today because I had posted a picture of this look on Instagram, and I really liked the way it turned out, so I decided to do a tutorial. And then the next day I did another look with this palette, and I posted that on Instagram. I will insert a picture of that one. But I do plan on doing a tutorial with that look as well because I really like the way that turned out. It was a little similar, but I use like one of the same eyeshadows, and then the rest of them were different. So I will post the tutorial for this look sometime after this video, maybe within a few days or something like that. So once I have it up, I will link it down below. So I have been loving both the Kat Von D Chrysalis palette and the Kat Von D Monarch palette. Both of these. I also did a tutorial with this. If you guys haven't seen it, I will link it down below. But first, let's talk about the Chrysalis palette. I'm sure you guys have seen tons of people talk about these. So I just love the packaging on these. Their packaging is really nice. You get a lot of product in here because look how big it is compared to this Kat Von D Ladybird palette. These are $49 each, and you get a lot of shadow in here. You get a full-size mirror. I like the packaging. It's like a solid, slim, standard type packaging. This is the kind of packaging that I find is ideal. It's great for storage, great for travel. So these are all the shades that you get in here. Now, when I first used this for the first time, I really wasn't impressed with this palette, and I think it was actually the day that I did the first tutorial with this. So I think that was the first time I used it, and I really wasn't that impressed with the look. I almost deleted the tutorial, but I was like, you know what, you did all that, you put all that time and effort into it, just post it. So I did. And I wasn't really like odd with the look, but I almost thought about returning this, but as I continue to use it, it has really grown on me, and I've come to like it a lot. So you just kind of got to know what color combinations to do and how to apply them. So like some of the shimmery shades in here, I find that they apply best wet. Now when you swatch them with your finger, they look super extremely pigmented, and they're super pigmented. They're very creamy and soft to the texture. But I find that some of the shimmery shades, when they were applied to the lid, they kind of looked a little less pigmented and sheer. They still had a lot of pigmentation, don't get me wrong, but they weren't quite what I wanted. So what I did was I started applying them wet, and I really thought that they applied much better wet. So I've been using the shimmery shades wet. Like I used this shade today. I've been using this shade a lot. I think it's really pretty purple. I use that all over the lid, and I use that wet. So there it is, as you can see. So overall, I really like all the colors in here. They're all really pigmented, really smooth, blendable. Let's see. So those are just some of the shades right there. Now, the only one thing I will say about the eyeshadows in this palette is they are super extremely like finely milled and soft, that they actually kick up a lot of product when you dip your brush into them. So try not to swirl your brush into the shadow, just kind of barely dab your brush in there, because it will pick up a lot of product and it will kick up some product. So you don't want to make a mess. So that's just my suggestion. And then the only other thing is this shadow right here is the one I used to do the last tutorial with, and it's like a radiant orchid shade. It's really pretty. But when I use this shadow, it really irritated my eyes. I use this all over the lid, and it has glitter in it. It's like one of the only, well, no, this pink over here has some glitter too. But when I use this, it just irritated my eyes so much, and I think it must be the glitter in it that irritated my eyes. It's a really pretty color though. So yeah, my eyes were just super irritable after I put it on. Maybe it's not even the glitter, maybe it's the color of the shadow, because I know purples sometimes can irritate my eyes. Like I cannot wear purple eyeliner on my waterline, because when I do, the next day I wake up with kind of crusty, swollen red eyes. So almost like I have conjunctivitis, but I don't. It goes away as the day progresses, but for some reason purples purples just irritate my eye if I wear them like too much on the waterline or on the lower lash line. So I try not to wear them too often, but it's just a really pretty color, but it does have some glitter in it. So just keep that in mind. It might be irritating to your eyes if you have sensitive eyes like I do. But overall, I'm really happy with my purchase. I'm glad I didn't return it because I have found some looks that I really, really like with it. And then the next one is the Monarch Palette. Again, beautiful packaging. I love it. All the names of the shadows are on the back, by the way. And again, you get a full-size mirror. You get all these beautiful neutral shades. And I love my neutrals. So if I had to pick between one of these palettes, I would probably go with the neutral one just because I would grab for it more often. But it just depends on your preference. Are you more of a neutral person or do you like color? Which one would you grab for the most? That would be my question to you if you were going to purchase it. And that's the one I would go with. So yeah, these are all beautiful shades. Again, I like to use some of the shimmery ones wet. I just find that they looked better on the lid, but they are extremely, extremely pigmented. Again, they kick up some products because they're so soft. So again, I wouldn't swirl your brush into them. I would just dab your brush a little bit, but look at how pigmented they are. So pretty. So some of these might be dupeable. I don't think maybe all of them would be. You might not find an exact dupe for all of these. Like, I think you could find a dupe for this cream color, the brown, the black, probably the gold, this brown maybe, maybe this crease color. This orange I find is kind of unique. I don't have anything like that, but for the most part, I feel like some of these could be duped. But I'm really happy with this. I wouldn't return it. I'm glad I purchased it. I really, really like it. So I also did a tutorial with that. If you guys haven't seen it, I will link it down below. I will try to at least do one more, maybe with that orange, because the orange is such a pretty color. And then I use those two sometimes in conjunction with my Ladybird palette by Kat Von D. I don't know if they still have this. I heard it was being discontinued, and I'm not sure if it has been or not. But these are all matte shades, and I use some of these just as crease colors with some of those other eyeshadows in the palette. So yeah, I've been loving this too. And I also really like the eyeliner that comes in here. It's just a brown eyeliner. These are the Autograph pencils, and this one is in Immortal Love. So now that I talked my head off about the Kat Von D stuff, let's talk about foundation. I did a review on this foundation, but I'm just going to talk about it briefly. It's the Becca Ultimate Coverage Complexion Cream Foundation, and it looks like this. I love the packaging. I love the pump. It is a pricey foundation at $44. But if you like matte full coverage foundations, you may like this. I don't think it's for everybody. If you're really dry, I don't think it would be for you because it does cling to dry skin. So if you have really big pores and fine lines, it might not be for you either because it really does kind of settle into those pores and fine lines. What I recommended with this foundation in my review was that you really have to prep your skin before putting it on, and it's kind of typical of a full coverage matte foundation. They just tend to accentuate like pores and fine lines, so you really need to prep your skin, like moisturize really well, use a really good primer, and then apply the foundation, and then it will work good. But I love the coverage of this. I love the color selection that they have. This is a perfect color match for me. It's in the color Shell, and I love the pump on this because it has like an airless pump. I wasn't sure what it was called, but somebody told me it's called an airless pump. So it doesn't go all the way down in there, but I guess when you push the pump, there's something down here that pushes the product up, so you get every last drop of the foundation. So I think this just has amazing coverage. It's pretty long lasting, and it's not something I would use every single day, but I really do like it, and I'm glad I have it in my collection. I would use it like on special occasions, or I don't know, just some days when I want really full coverage. I think it really covers all my hyperpigmentation really, really well. So I've been really loving this. I've used it quite a bit this entire month, and I highly recommend it if you like full coverage matte foundations. So if you guys haven't seen the review on that, I will link it down below. It's more detailed. It's pretty long. It's like a 20-minute video, but I was trying to be as detailed as possible. So for nail polish this month, I have one favorite. I did show some other favorites in my loves and letdowns video. But this one has by far been my favorite. I think it makes it into my top 10 nail polishes. I really like this. I've had it for probably 2 months, and it's just been sitting there. I hadn't used it. and I decided to finally bust it out and use it, and I love this shade. It's like a really pretty kind of mauve. I have it on my nails. I'm ready to take it off so I can paint them a different color, but I wanted to show you first. So isn't that such a pretty color? It just has this really pretty sheen to it. It is, I didn't even tell you what it was. It is the Milani. It's the Milani. No. It's the Milani Nail Lacquer, and it's the High Speed Fast Dry One Coat Formula. And the color is Mauve on Mauve. So it's called Mauve on Mauve. I just love this polish. It's just so pretty. It has like a pretty like iridescence, a pearly finish to it. I don't know, it's just gorgeous. And it's lasted on the nails for, I think, did I paint my nails with this week? I think I've had it on just slightly over a week, and it has not chipped. It just has slight wear on the tips, but it's lasted really long, so it's held up well. And so the lasting power is great, the color is just beautiful, and it does dry really fast. So one coat wasn't ideal for me. Now I think you could get away with applying one coat, because if you apply the coat really thick, it would look good with one coat, but I did 2 coats. I just typically do 2 coats with all nail polishes, but it does dry fast. I really love this. Highly recommend it. Milani. Good job, Milani. So a few eyeliners that I used all this month. First, I'll start off with this one. It's the Sephora Flashy Liner in Flashy Brown. It's supposed to be waterproof. I did a look with the Chrysalis Palette that I'm going to do next. I posted that on Instagram, but I put this on the waterline, and this is like one of my favorite eyeliners from Sephora. I used to use it all the time, and I busted it back out again, and I just love it. It's just like this beautiful copper shade, but sometimes when I'm in a hurry, I just put this on the upper lash line, or if I do a look like I did with the Chrysalis palette, I'll put it on the waterline, and I just think it's stunning. It's like a metallic color. It's not the most long lasting on the waterline, but if you put it on the upper lash line, I think it lasts pretty long. So I really love this. It's smooth, it's creamy, it glides right on. And then next is the Loreal Silkissime. I've mentioned this before. I don't know if I'm pronouncing that right. Silkissime. But this is in the shade Plum, and it's just a gorgeous, like, it's like a bluish purple. And I used this eyeliner when I did a tutorial with the Too Faced Chocolate Bar palette. If you guys haven't seen it, I will link that down below. And the third eyeliner is the Scandaleyess Waterproof Pencil in Deep Blue. So this is what this one looks like. And this one is over here. So it's a really dark blue, and that's actually what I'm wearing today on my waterline, my tight line, and my upper lash line. So those are eyeliners that I've been loving all month long. So for blush, I've had quite a few favorites. I'm going to try to go super fast. This is the NARS Blush in Madly. I bought this during the Sephora VIB sale haul. I just really love this blush. I've kind of eyed it for a while, and I never picked it up, but I'm so glad I finally did. It's one of those blushes that you can wear without a bronzer, because it's kind of like a neutral shade. Now they describe it as a seashell pink. It doesn't really look pink at all to me, but you can use it like as a brush and a bronzer in one. I really love it. It's very, very soft, highly pigmented. It's just a really nice everyday kind of go with anything type of blush. And then the next one is the Illamasqua Powder Blush in Lover, because I'm a lover of Illamasqua blushes, so I had to pick up Lover. And this is what it looks like. It's a matte shade, and it's like a peach. It's really, really soft. I mean, the Illamasqua blushes are extremely, extremely soft. Ugh, they're just like amazing. So that is what it looks like. Beautiful shade, great for spring and summer. So it's highly pigmented, very soft, very blendable. Love the packaging. I really like Illamasqua blushes. Then the last set of blushes I want to talk about really quick. I've mentioned these before. I'm not going to swatch these just because I did show them in my Sephora VIB haul. I also showed them in my Loves and Letdowns video, so I will link both of those down below in case you guys haven't seen them. But they are the Hourglass Ambient Lighting Blushes. I have 3 of them. I have Mood Exposure, Radiant Magenta, and Dim Infusion, and I keep them still in the packaging because I'm a freak. But I just really love these blushes. They're just so blendable. You just apply them and they're so effortless, like, and the colors are just so pretty. So I really, really like these. So for brushes, I've been using 2 brushes consistently. I've been using my NARS ITA Brush. This is the redesigned one. I don't really know what the difference is. Somebody said it's the way it's sewn together or something like that. But I've been loving this. I've used it pretty much almost every day for contouring. I just love it for contouring. It is pricey. They've jacked up the price to like $55, which is just crazy. I've washed it a few times and it hasn't shed on me yet, but this looks like, I don't know if these are goat hairs, but these type of hairs tend to break, so I'm really hoping it doesn't have any breakage because it was $55. So there is another brush that I'm going to show in a haul video. It is a Zoeva brush, or Zoeva, I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing that correctly, but it's kind of the same shape as this but maybe smaller, and I bought that one online because I wanted to see if it's comparable to this, because if it is, it's a lot cheaper. So I will be showing you guys that soon. But the other brush is the Sonia Kashuk number 29 brush. It looks like this. I've used this in my recent tutorials and I showed it in my last Loves and Letdowns. It's extremely soft. I really love this for applying bronzer, like all over bronzer. It just blends out the bronzer nicely. So I love those 2 brushes. A couple of face products. I love the Biore Free Your Pores Deep Pore Charcoal Cleanser. And I've used that much of it. I really, really love this stuff. It kind of feels like cooling on the face when you wash your face with it. I feel like my skin has been very clear ever since I started using that. Sometimes my skin kind of is like clear and then all of a sudden I have little bumps kind of all over my face, like something irritated it. But ever since I've been using that, my skin has been really clear and I just love the way it feels on the face. It feels refreshing. So I really like that. My mom and my aunt came down to visit, and so I don't really use my master bathroom too often. I actually use the bathroom near my makeup room more. I like the shower in there better, and I just have more of my stuff in there, and plus if my husband's sleeping, I don't want to wake him up when I'm getting ready in the morning, so I just use my spare bathroom more. So I had it in there and my mom came down and she used it and she really liked it, so we went to Walmart and she bought one. So she was really liking it too. So the other product that I wanted to talk about, I've talked about this once before, but it is the Acure 100% certified organic argan oil. This is what it looks like. And I'm almost done with mine. I actually already bought a backup of it because I love it so much. And this is a product that I bought at Sprouts, which is a local health food store. So if you don't have Sprouts, you might check Whole Foods or something similar to that. Or you can order it online, I'm sure. But it is, it's argan oil for all skin types. It is certified organic. It is vegan, sulfate-free, cruelty-free, paraben-free, gluten-free, PEG-free, petroleum-free, phospholate-free, silicone-free, and it won't clog pores. It has lots of essential fatty acids, rich in vitamin E, proteins. It helps fight lines, repairs imperfections, minimize scars and stretch marks, all while restoring texture, elasticity, and tone. It's lightweight and easily absorbed. It is referred to the liquid gold, so get yourself some bling. But it can be used for a facial serum, for your body, massage oil, hair serum, hand and cuticle repair. It soothes, dry elbows and heels. So this was $14, I think $14.99. I got it again at Sprouts, and it is 1 fluid ounce. Yeah, 1 fluid ounce. So this is cheaper than buying like the Josie Maran argan oil, which I had used, and I really, really like that, and I almost bought the full size. And then I used a sample of the maracuja oil from Tarte, and I really like that. And I actually did buy the big jumbo size that was limited edition, but I ended up returning it because I bought this before I opened it, and I just love this so much, and it was so much cheaper, so I returned the Tarte one. So This is $14.99 for 1 fluid ounce. I think the Josie Maran, like the little sample size, is like 0.5 fluid ounces, and that's like $16. So you do get like twice the amount of product with this product and for the price. So I've just been really loving this. It has changed my skin so much. It's more youthful, more rejuvenated. It's much more moisturized because it was extremely dry, and I just felt like it has helped my skin so much. So I love this. I love that it has a pump on it. It kind of smells like chloroseptic spray. That's what I mentioned before, but I have really gotten used to the smell and I don't really notice it anymore. And when my mom was down visiting, I had her try it and she really liked it as well. So her and my aunt, we went to Sprouts and they ended up buying one for themselves because they really liked it as well. So I had asked my mom if she thought it smelled like chloroseptic spray, and she said that she didn't think it did at all. She actually liked the way it smelled, so I don't know, but to me it does smell like chloroseptic spray. But I've gotten used to the smell, so I can't really tell anymore. I actually bought another one. I bought a backup because, as you can see, I'm almost out. But so not only is this great for my face, but it's also really great as a moisturizer for my hands. Because I work in the medical field, my hands are extremely dry and cracked all the time because I wash them so much and use so much hand sanitizer. So this has really helped my face, but also my hands. So I love this stuff so much. So much. Really well worth the price. This video is going to be so long. Lipstick, I have been loving this Estee Lauder Pure Color Envy Sculpting Lipstick. This one is in Impulsive, and that is what it looks like. It's a really nice packaging. It's like a dark navy blue. It has some gold touches to it. The top is magnetic, which is really cool. This is kind of a pricey lipstick at $30. I wasn't really sure if I wanted to purchase one, but I had a $25 gift card to Macy's, so I ended up picking one up. Now, it took me a while to find this because this particular color is very popular, and I went to Dillard's first and then I went to Macy's, and both of them were out of stock of this particular shade. So I went to a different mall one day and I finally found it. It was a little bit of a pain in the butt to get it though, because the lady couldn't find it in the drawer. She said there's only one left in stock and she couldn't find it with all the other colors. So yeah, this is a really great everyday pink. This is like a pink that's right up my alley, something I would wear like every day, and it's very extremely creamy and very opaque. I do find that it does accentuate the lines in my lips a little bit, but colors like this tend to do that on me. Now, not with every brand and not every lipstick, but a lot of the time they do. So if you top it with a lip gloss, then it will kind of help with that. But I really like it. I just, for $30, I feel like I could find something that's kind of similar that I like for less. I don't know. I just don't know if I would buy another one for $30. I do like it, don't get me wrong, but I think it is pretty pricey and it is not long lasting. Like, I don't find that it's long lasting on me. So I don't know. It's a great product. It's just $30. I don't know. I could spend another $30 on one of those. So those were all my product favorites. Now let me talk about my fails. I have quite a few of them. Let's see if I can remember them all because I did return some of them. But first, let me start off with this. This is the Too Faced Melted Liquefied Long Wear Lipstick. And I know tons of people love these. Am I the only one that is not like head over heels for this? I mean, I really like the color. I like the packaging. I like the way it feels initially, but I'll tell you in a minute. This one is called Melted Peony. And I think these are $22, maybe $26. I can't remember exactly, but they're in the $20 range. I got mine at Ulta, and I love the packaging on this. It's like a liquid lipstick. And the packaging is cool because you actually can apply it directly from the tube. And it's really pigmented. I mean, extremely, like, very opaque. It's right there. And let's see, does it have a scent? It smells good. It smells sweet. So I do like the smell of it. I love the packaging, love the smell, love the color, love the opacity. And it's supposed to be long lasting, and I feel like it lasts like a decent amount of time, but it really dries out my lips. I don't know if anybody else has had that issue with this, but I wore this all day yesterday. I've worn it more than once, but I wore it all day yesterday, and I even went back to apply it a few times during the day, and my lips were peeling at the end of the night. Like they were all peeling kind of where you want to pick the skin off your lips. So they were really dry from using this. And I had noticed that the first 2 times that I used it, I thought it felt very drying after wearing it for a little bit. So I don't know if I'm the only one that had that issue with this. Maybe I should put a lip balm on underneath it first, but I don't know. I think I might go take this back. I don't know. I wanted to keep it, but at the same time, I'm like, So I'm going to sit on it a little longer and see if I can make it work. Maybe I'll try putting a lip balm under it first and then applying it to see. And the other thing about it is, like, when I first put it on, it does feel creamy, but it also almost has like a gritty feel to it. And it reminds me a lot of the Rimmel lipsticks, the Kate Rimmel lipsticks that are the matte ones. Those, I like them, but they also have that kind of gritty matte feel to them. That kind of is what these feel like on the lips. It doesn't bother me a whole lot. Mostly what bothers me is that it dries out my lips, but I just wanted to mention that. So I don't know, I'll give it a little bit more time and then I'll decide if I return it. But so my last fail for April is this little set here from It Cosmetics. I like these smaller brushes at the end, but these 2 big brushes right here were a complete fail. So I bought this a long time ago on QVC. I forgot the name of it. If they still have it, I will put a link for it down below in case you're interested. And I don't remember the price. It might have been like $50 something. And I just really love the holder that the brushes come in. I think it's really just attractive. Like, it's just a nice decor piece. I just had it sitting there for decor. I didn't even use it for months. So I finally decided to give it some use. I really like the handles on the brushes. They're just like a silver, really pretty. And I've heard lots of great things about It Cosmetic brushes, and I don't think these are quite like the other ones that they sell individually because I feel like those are more dense. But I went to use this quite a few times and it's just so, it's not dense enough. It just, the bristles, when I went to apply my powder, they just flop all over the place. So I don't find it to be dense enough. So I just wasn't happy with that. Same thing with this angled one. It's just not dense. It's extremely soft, don't get me wrong. It's really, really soft, but the bristles are just, they flop all over the place when you're applying product because they're so yeah, the bristles just flop all over the place because it's not dense at all. So I don't know, these 2 big brushes I was disappointed with. I did really love this one right here. This one I found very nice to kind of set my under eye concealer with powder. This one I feel like it's more dense and it's really soft. And then I liked all the small eye brushes, but just I was disappointed with the 2 big brushes. I guess for 50 some odd dollars, I would expect the 2 big brushes to be really great, and they weren't. If I had to repurchase that, I probably wouldn't, so just because of the 2 big brushes. But that is it for my favorites and my fails for April. I hope you guys enjoyed. Let me know what some of your favorites were, some of your fails. I would love to know. And I hope you guys have a great day. Bye!